That's Looney Tunes records here in West Babylon, New York. And look who I found.
Hello.
No wonder all the Taylor Swift records were sold out. Let's see what we picked up. Greetings, y'all. Welcome to another video. Look where he is. We're in the Alan Rosenberg Show studios.
I feel like I should be saying, welcome to another edition of the Steve Harold Show in the Alan Rosenberg studios.
We let the studio audience go home early, and we were taping this afterwards. So, came up here to West Babylon and went to Looney Tunes records, which I had been to once before back in like 2017. I was working up here. And the afternoon I had off, I went over there and bought some stuff. It's a really cool store. And when Alan and I became friends, and he lives up around here, I was always like, I got to come up there one day and we got to hit up Looney Tunes again. And lo and behold, that's what we did today. So we went out there to Looney Tunes. It's a really good store. How long? They've been around for a long time, right?
Yeah.
How long they've been around for?
I don't know, but they had a terrible fire and they had to completely rebuild from scratch.
I was going to ask you, have they always been in that spot?
Yeah, but it was a terrible fire. The whole place was destroyed. And actually,
when was this? When did that happen?
Oh, I don't know.
Like a long time ago, or?
So I've been living here since 2000. What are we in 24? So 24 years I'm going now.
Oh, damn, man. Yeah, that's a cool store. It's very spacious. Tons of stuff. Like, I mean, just tons. And the prices are great. They have dollar bins, and a lot of the used stuff is really cheap. $1.99, $2.99. Lots of used vinyl, too. Everything's pretty well organized as well. And you know the owners a little bit, and they seem pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, the guys that we work in there, they're like, most of them are older. There's some younger people, but you know, they're just really friendly, and they'll turn. And
they do like a lot of like they have like people like in stores and signings and little concerts and stuff.
Big ones. They just had LL Cool J. I mean, I don't go to them, but
really, you weren't at the LL Cool J? You weren't at the Sabrina Carpenter listening
Sabrina
party?
Carpenter was there also.
She was there.
We did go to one for
I'm not buying that Alan wasn't there, but we'll go with it.
It was actually really funny story. There was one.
You didn't go there to ask her stories about Taylor Swift? Like, tell me about Taylor. What's she like?
Please, do you have an autographed picture that you could give to me?
Yeah.
But there was sometimes they have huge crowds. Like, it wraps around the block.
I've seen
when they
pictures.
do Record Store Day,
it's
insane. So I never go on Record Store Day to any of these places.
Yeah.
But there was one time they had a big event. I didn't know they had the event. I just wanted to go do my usual cheap CD shopping.
Right.
And they kind of know me as there's Alan. He always buys stuff, but not a lot of stuff, you know. So I said, listen, who's here tonight? And it was a pretty big person at the time. But nobody I was in. I'm like, listen, you know I'm not here for that person.
Yeah.
I just want to go buy some CDs. And they were like, yeah, just go ahead. Don't worry.
Right.
So I wound up going in and saw the whole performance for free. But I didn't really care. I just wanted to buy my cheap CDs.
Yeah.
They're good guys. It's a really clean, nice store.
Yeah,
right?
And they have like all that other kind of stuff, like posters and T-shirts and lunch boxes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they have everything.
Yeah. But that's cool. So let's dive in and take a look at what we got.
Mark is one of the viewers of my channel. Great guy from overseas. And he was talking about Linda Ronstadt, and I'm a fan. He says, well, his favorite Linda Ronstadt album is Canciones de mi Padre. Excuse my accent. And apparently it's one of her Spanish-speaking song albums. So I'm taking your word for it, Mark. And I don't have to hold it up, right? This one, and it's all in Spanish. And I do love Linda Ronstadt's voice, and I have most of her other albums. So glad to have it, and hopefully it'll be good.
You've never heard anything from that?
No, but it looks like it's mariachi
I'm
music.
familiar with this for surprisingly. I remember reading about her putting out like a Spanish album. I think I wasn't familiar that she grew up. Maybe she's got a parent, or I guess a padre, father maybe who's Spanish or spoke Spanish. Yeah. So I remember kind of. What year did that come out?
You got your glasses?
No, but I don't need them.
I don't know.
87.
Yeah.
All right. So I was like reading Billboard back then, so that's probably how I'm familiar with it. 1970, I got the Kinks and Lola versus Power Man and the Money Go Round Part 1, and there was never a Part 2, right? Yeah, I was telling Alan just a few weeks ago, I saw this in Goodwill for 99 cents, and when I opened it up, no CD, the Goodwill special. So I was like, oh, well. So I saw it there in Looney Tunes, and I was like, oh, well, you know, why not? I'll pick it up now. And I'm not a huge Kinks fan. I have like a greatest hits or so. I got that live record, One for the Road.
That's a good one.
And I maybe have best of, but I don't think I only have like maybe one of their like proper albums. So and I'm not really like looking to buy them, but this one I know has a lot of tunes on it that I like. So I just was like, let me grab that, you know. I think ever since I missed out on picking it up at that Goodwill, I just kind of was determined to find it. But this has got some really good ones on here. Obviously, Lola's on here. One of my favorites that I never see on any of the best ofs that I pick up is 8-Man, which I remember from Club Paradise, the movie Club Paradise with Robin Williams and Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah.
What other tunes on here are good?
That's good. Get Back in Line's a really good one. Yeah, they're all like really good albums.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. Is this their first? Is this their first album?
No, that was like their big comeback in the United States.
Oh, that's right,
Lola
70,
was a
right?
big hit.
Yeah. All right.
But no, it's definitely a good
that'll be a
older
good
one for sure. Speaking of the Kinks, if you know my channel, I have a bazillion Kinks albums, and this is a compilation called "Come Dancing with the Kinks," the best of the Kinks, 77 to 86.
I have that.
Yeah. So here's the weird part: is you're like, I don't have this. I actually do have this. I have this version, which is a later version, which was on SACD and DSD higher quality. But the thing was, on this one, they changed the tracks. So this one has a couple of different tracks that are not on this one. The reality is I don't really need this, but because I'm a nutty completionist when it comes to the Kinks, I wound up buying it because it was $1. But, you know.
Which tunes did they remove? Did they remove them or did they switch some songs?
So this one has 18 tracks. This one has 16. They definitely removed a couple of them. Like the last track there, Celluloid Heroes, which is probably my favorite.
I think,
Kinks
isn't that a
song.
live version on that too?
Yeah, that's from One for the Road.
Right.
And that's a great version.
Yeah.
And that's not on this one. So it's definitely a different jukebox music is on here. It's not on here. So it's really kind of a different album. So for completion purposes, I got it.
2013, we got the band Yuck and their album Glow and Behold. Now, Yuck, you're familiar with them, aren't you?
No, I
didn't
have
think
never
you
heard
were.
of them.
The funny thing about them, I have one of their records. It might be their first album, and I had it whenever it came out. It might have came out in like 2007 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah.
And I had that, and I liked it, and that's all I ever had from them. And I go here into Looney Tunes, and I saw it there, and it was really cheap. And I think they're like a band that not even that long ago, I saw their album in my collection, and I was like, oh yeah, whatever happened to those guys? And saw this there, and
I never even heard. What is that cover?
I don't know, but there are the one I have. There are other covers like a scribble like this as well.
It wasn't plain white and you just drew on it?
No. It would have been a cool idea if they like
Make
included
your own
a crayon.
cover.
Yeah,
Make your
I
own
think Beck did that with one of his albums. It was all stickers. It was white, and then it came with a book of, like a sheet of stickers, and you could make your own. But
actually, it matches the CD.
Yeah. But they're a cool band. You know, it's like alternative, kind of like the 2000s kind of alternative stuff. But I don't know anything about anything else that this band ever put out, so it'll be kind of cool to listen to this and hopefully find some other tunes that are kind of cool by them.
That's part of the reason why I love your channel, because a lot of the stuff you talk about.
Oh, you're the one?
Yeah, I'm like, I might go blind. I'm like, I'm pretty knowledgeable, but some of them I've never even heard of.
Well,
like,
and vice versa. I've told
so.
you there's a handful of bands you talk about I never heard of.
This is a progressive band called Camel. You may have heard of Pete Barden's, and they're just not the kind of band that you find used very often for any price. And this is a 2 CD live album, but the cool thing about it's on Esoteric Records, which if you're familiar with them, they do beautiful remastering job with deluxe editions, with bonus tracks that you're not going to find anywhere else.
Let's see the booklet, man.
And the booklet is probably really nice.
Looks like it's got a bunch of stuff.
This is nice.
Hold it up for the folks at home. Flip
show.
through.
Yeah, look at this, actually. I haven't even actually looked at this myself. And a lot of writing that I got to put glasses on to read. But
let me see the booklet.
It's fully look at that. Show it to everybody. But that's very Esoteric Recordings. They do a first-class job, and finding this thing used anywhere for any amount would be rare. And the fact that Looney Tunes had it buried for 99 cents, is the find of the day for me.
2016, more yuck.
Hey, look at that. That's a cool cover.
Yeah. So that's the funny thing. What I was gonna say is
I like
like
that.
I have one record by these. Looks like Joey Ramone.
Yeah.
I have one record by them, like I said, and then I go in there in Looney Tunes and I'm just digging through this. These were in their like new used CD section.
Yeah.
Both of them were really cheap, and I was just like, oh, that's so weird. To the point where I was almost like, is this band from Long Island? Like, are they local? So that's why somebody came in with these records or something? I don't know. I don't remember anything about where they're from or anything. I don't see anything on here where they recorded this, like a location. But yeah, it was just weird to see, like I said, I had that one record by them, and they've never crossed my path again. And then to go in there and them to have like two of their albums used in good prices. Speaking of which, I got a nice little sticker. I think these were free, but they were like on the counter, and I wanted to take like two. I usually take like 2 or 3 when they're free.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure if they were going to charge me for it, so I just like put one there, and I was waiting to see if the girl would be like, "Oh, those are free," and then I'd be like, "Oh, all right, I'll take 2 or 3." But I only took one. Whatever.
Free.
I don't know either.
It's so
they
funny.
were free because there's
free?
no price.
I have
There's
one
no
on my
thing.
bike over there.
But yeah, the price. Most of these used ones were like in the $3 or $4 range, which is pretty good.
Oh, did you tell them 30% off? I forgot.
No, I didn't get 30% off.
Oh, you have to tell.
Did you? You have to tell them.
Shit.
Son of a b. Oh well, whatever. They were
Could
still
have got
cheap.
30% off.
They
but
were
it was
still
cheap
pretty
enough.
cheap.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had to tell them.
I only paid $4 anyway, so I couldn't tell them. I would have felt bad.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Well. Anyways, the prices were low enough.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. You got to help those mom and pop record stores.
Yeah.
But again, I got 2 new records by Yuck, which I never thought I would own that many by Yuck.
And now I've heard of Yuck.
Yeah. Now Alan's heard of him. Next time I see him, he'll probably have a T-shirt.
I'm gonna get it that you'll probably send to me.
Yeah.
I got one more. This is Bic Runga, who I believe is from New Zealand, and I discovered her by working where I work. They would play like satellite radio.
Oh, okay.
Not satellite, whatever that.
Sirius, right?
No, like an elevator company. Anyway.
Oh, Muzak.
But they had like a rock and roll one, and they would play the same songs over and over, and it was a song I fell in love with, and it was this Bic Runga artist. So I went out and bought like her best of, and it's really hard in America to find her album. So what was the chance that at Looney Tunes today, I found a 99-cent Bic Runga album called Drive. And so I know some of these songs already from the compilation.
Oh, really?
Sway's on here, Drive's on here. She's really good, and she's the real deal. She writes, she records, she produces.
What kind? It's just like kind of really like mellow, kind of.
It's kind of mellow, but it's got a groove. It's hard to
all right.
describe. She's really good. She's really good.
I never
but
heard
kind
of
of modernish. She's not like a Carly Simon or something. Like that.
Right.
Anyway, good find for 99 cents.
2008, Albert Hammond Jr.'s album. Oh, another Spanish one. Como Te Llama.
Wait, don't tell me. He's from the Strokes.
And his dad was the guy who did It Never Rains in Southern California.
Who was?
His dad. That song from the 70s.
It Never
Rains in Southern California. You know that old AM radio? That was his dad.
I didn't know that.
He's Albert Hammond Jr.
Wow.
His dad was Albert Hammond Sr.
Go figure. What's
He's
his name? Casablanca Jr.? Casablancas is the other guy in the band?
Yeah.
I don't have any Strokes albums.
Oh, really? They're a good band. I like them. I've seen them live a handful of times.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But I have, I don't know if it was his first solo album. I have one of his other albums that he put out, and it's really good. I like it. He doesn't sing on it. He's the guitar player.
Okay.
But that album I thought was really good to the point where it was like, because in the Strokes, Casablancas pretty much writes all of the material, and then when that dude's album came out, and I thought had a lot of really good songs, I was like, why don't they let him write some of the damn Strokes songs? But I saw this there. This is from the 99 cents bins that they had there, and I've never heard of this album or anything. It's not a Spanish record like the Linda Ronstadt one you showed, but I was like, 99 cents. I liked his other record. I'll give this one a shot. And just check it out. I don't know.
That, what's the chance of finding that for 99 cents, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the cool thing about those 99-cent bins like that, where you dig through them and you find stuff like this.
It's like a good find.
You wouldn't expect to find. And, there's little dudes. There he is, the front there. And there's bands. I don't know if like these are all the same guys who were on the album I have. I'll have to check when I get home. But yeah, I mean, it just seemed like something I would give a shot with. But yeah, that's everything we got today at Looney Tunes.
Pretty
and you'll be
good,
back there
considering.
tomorrow, probably picking up more stuff.
This weekend.
But yeah, it was great. It's an awesome store. If you're ever out this way, look up Alan. By all means, check out his videos. I'm sure most of you already do. And definitely pop into Looney Tunes. You will not be disappointed. It is worth the visit for sure. And that's all we've got to say here from we got to get out of here because the Alan Rosenberg after show begins taping, and we got to clear out of the studio and let them move all their stuff in. Their props. They have like disco balls that come down and smoke machines. You've got seen the after show, right?
And I got to put Mick Jagger's "Let's Work."
Yeah.
Got to put
there you go. Mick Jagger all the time.
Jagger all the time.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. We'll see you another time.
See you around.